Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're here to unpack compelling ideas and really distill the key knowledge for you. Today, we're diving into something pretty remarkable about learning English. Get this. Our sources suggest we actually use a surprisingly small bunch of phrases for most of our daily chat, like 80%.
80%. It's quite an eye-opener, isn't it? It sort of flips the script on what fluency means. It tells us that if you can really nail, a core set of these everyday sentences, maybe somewhere between 500 and say 5,000 common words and phrases you're basically set, you can handle most real-life situations pretty confidently.
Wow. Like at the store, work, home.
Exactly. Yeah. Ordering coffee, quick chats with colleagues, talking to friends. These phrases are the real workhorses.
That's incredible. And that's precisely our mission for this deep dive. We want to unpack this powerful technique called shadowing. People often call it a shortcut, a way to boost your English fluency, sound more natural, and really grow your confidence. And our info today comes from practical fluency guides, real practice sessions, stuff that focuses on the how and why it works. So let's get into it.
Okay, so shadowing. What is it and why does it actually work so well? Well, at its heart, shadowing means you listen to a sentence or maybe just a phrase and you repeat it straight away, like an echo.
Just repeating the words.
Not just the words. That's the key thing the sources highlight. You're actively trying to copy the original speaker. Their tone, how fast they're talking, the rhythm, even the feeling behind the words.
Okay, that makes sense. The rhythm and emotion.
Exactly. And here's the slightly strange part, at least when you start. You don't actually need to understand every single word you're saying.
Really? Just repeat?
Just repeat confidently. Focus on the sound, the flow. The sources say shadowing is powerful because it does a few things at once. It helps your pronunciation, sharpens your listening, builds that natural English rhythm, and improves your overall fluency all together.
So it's like training your mouth and ears at the same time, building muscle memory.
Precisely. It's training those articulatory muscles, yes, and your brain's ability to process the sounds effortlessly. And the more you repeat, the thinking goes, the faster and more smoothly you'll speak.
And this connects back to that 80% idea.
Directly, because you're practicing with those high-frequency words, the essential phrases, the stuff you actually hear and need in daily conversations, movies, you name it. So you're basically rehearsing for real life.
It's not just words. It's the music of the language.
That's a great way to put it, the melody.
So we get the what and why. How do we actually do it effectively? The sources must have some practical advice.
Oh, absolutely. They really focus on targeting those phrases that pop up everywhere in almost any daily scenario. It's not about memorizing the dictionary, like you said. It's about mastering these communication building blocks.
Right. So what kind of phrases are we talking about?
Well, the guides break it down into useful categories like greetings and introductions, simple things. Good morning. Nice to meet you. Where are you from?
Yeah.
They seem basic.
Yeah, everyone knows those, right?
Well, yes, but shadowing helps you nail the intonation, the warmth, the politeness. It's subtle. It's the difference between sounding like you're reading from a card and actually connecting with someone.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
It's how you say it. That makes sense. What about at home?
Same idea. At home, phrases like, I'm cooking dinner. Can you pass me the salt? Let's clean the house. These might seem simple, but learners often struggle with making requests or suggestions sound natural. Shadowing helps internalize those patterns.
Okay, and out and about, like at the store.
Yeah, things like, how much is this? Can I try this on for? Do you accept cards? Shadowing here helps you get used to the faster pace of transactions and the specific way questions rise or fall in pitch in noisy places. You need to be clear and quick.
Got it. And for just, hanging out. Social phrases.
Definitely. Those are crucial. Things like, long time no see, let's catch up soon, or maybe, that's so funny. These are more about building rapport, less about just information. And shadowing helps you get that casual, friendly tone. The sources point out how just a small shift in tone can change, that's so funny, from genuine laughter to, sarcasm.
That's a really good point. Tone is everything there.
It really is. Then there's work and study, also vital for many people. I have a meeting at 10. I'll send you an email. I'm learning English. These often need a clear, direct delivery.
Professional sounding.
Exactly. Shadowing helps you get that cadence. And it helps with things like connected speech, how I'll send you an email kind of flows together. That can be tricky.
I can see that. Even just talk about your day.
Yep. Daily routine sentences. I wake up at 7 a.m. every morning. I brush my teeth and take a shower. These build a solid base of common verbs, time expressions, helps the overall flow.
So these simple sentences are like the foundation.
They really are. And once you master them with shadowing, you can handle more complex stuff. The sources also cover common questions and answers. How are you doing today? What do you do for a living? Shadowing helps you nail a question intonation and practice giving smooth, natural answers.
And just general filler, small talk.
Absolutely. Phrases like, that sounds interesting, or I agree with you completely, these are like the conversational glue. Shadowing helps you make these sound engaged, interested, not just robotic.
Right, you want to sound like you actually mean it.
Exactly. And that applies even more to expressing emotions. Think about, I'm so excited about the trip, or don't worry, it'll be okay. Shadowing is critical here to match your voice to the feeling.
Yeah, it'll be okay. It can sound so different depending on how you say it. Reassuring or dismissive.
Precisely. Shadowing helps you hear and copy those emotional nuances.
Okay, so it's clear this goes way beyond just single sentences. The sources suggest you can link them up, practice dialogues.
Yeah, that's the next step. Chaining sentences, simulating conversations, that's where you really start to feel the fluency build. You build confidence for longer turns in a real chat. It's like practicing musical scales before you play a whole piece.
Okay, this sounds powerful.
Yeah.
So what are the top tips for actually doing the practice effectively, getting the best results?
Right. The sources have some great, really practical advice here. First, listen really carefully to the original tone, the speed. Then, and this is super important, repeat immediately, like an echo. Don't pause to think.
Just jump right in. Okay. What if I make mistakes?
Don't worry about them. Seriously, just keep going. The goal isn't perfection, remember. It's sounding natural, getting the flow, confidence.
Okay, don't overthink. Keep going.
And they also suggest starting slow. Listen to a slow version if possible, then medium speed, then fast. This pushes your fluency, mimics how native speakers vary their pace.
Slow, medium, fast. Makes sense. Is there one big tip? A game changer?
Yes. The sources really emphasize this one. Record yourself.
Record my own voice.
Use your phone, an app, whatever. Record yourself shadowing these sentences. Then, and this is the crucial part, listen back.
Ah, I see. Listen to myself. That sounds maybe a bit awkward.
It can feel that way at first, but it's incredibly useful. Ask yourself, do I sound natural? Is my rhythm like the original? It creates a feedback loop. The more you listen critically to yourself, the sources say, the more control you get over your pronunciation, and your confidence grows because you can hear the improvement.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Self-correction.
Exactly. So here's a little challenge for everyone listening. Try this. Pick just 5 sentences, maybe one from each category we talked about. Record yourself shadowing them, then listen back. Ask those questions.
Just 5 sentences a day.
Just 5, every day. Consistency is way more important than trying to do hours once a week.
10 minutes of focused practice, maybe.
Perfect. Even just that. The sources promise you'll be genuinely amazed at the difference in your fluency and confidence, even after just 1 week.
Okay, a 1-week challenge.
Yeah.
I like it. So as we wrap up this deep dive, the main takeaway seems to be the incredible power of shadowing. It's a direct route to better English fluency, sounding more natural and really building that confidence. And the key is repetition. Just keep echoing, keep talking, and don't get hung up on mistakes.
Exactly. Keep the flow going. And maybe here's a final thought to chew on. Think about how mastering this relatively small set of common phrases unlocks so much, like 80% of everyday conversation. Now, consider how that principle of focusing effort on mastering the core high-frequency bits might apply elsewhere.
Oh, interesting. Beyond language.
Yeah, in other skills you're learning, other areas you want to master. What are the fundamental building blocks there? Could identifying and really internalizing those help you accelerate your progress in other parts of your life too? Something to think about.
Enjoyed the video? Don't forget to like, comment, and share. Subscribe for more English learning videos. See you in the next lesson.